Aromie here. Welcome back to our life beginning and always. We are here back at the hotel room after getting proposed to. You're lost deep within a dream, adrift in the current of your unconscious mind. Cove was with you even there. Even there, his presence strong as your mind flitted from scene to scene. The logic of the conscious world melting around you. Something jolted you from your slumber. The visions just constructed, slipping away even as you scrambled to catch them. It had been a good dream. You opened your eyes to an unlit, unfamiliar ceiling. The darkness permeated the room. The room so thoroughly that you were sure it was still the middle of the night. As your eyes adjusted to what little light there was to catch onto, a smiling face cozied itself right above you. There he was. Good morning, Chico. This morning is dark as shit in here, unless these are blackout curtains. The ground was bright enough to make it seem like maybe the sun had risen after all. Good morning, well, it's my dream. It's my dream come true, you said sarcastically. Oh, it's my dream come true, you cooed. You got up your sleeve today? Please stop being a morning person. You're going as grumpily as you can manage? No. It's my dream come true. Let's tease him. Naturally, you weren't surprised to see him, but that didn't stop you from enjoying it every time. His expression softened in your voice, a tender affection in his gaze obvious despite the dim space. You kissed him, you flicked his nose, you ruffled his hair, you pulled the covers over your head. Kissed him. Propping yourself up on your elbows, you leaned in towards him. Cove read the intent in your movement and bent down, meeting you halfway in a kiss. Would you have preferred me to wake you up by tapping on the window? Yes, no, maybe. I'd have preferred neither. You're so funny. You're so funny, Cove. Cove simply smirked, amused by his own wit. I mean, you really should have expected this was gonna happen. I did. I was waiting for it. I'd hoped you might have outgrown it. Fine. Shame on me because you got me more than once. No, I did. Good. Glad I didn't disappoint. Alright, you woke me up for something. Give me your pitch and I'll see if it's better than sleeping. Well, this is our last day here. Everyone might still be asleep, but if we get up now, we can only see the neighborhood. Do you want to? Of course, with you definitely, and the reason that you didn't tell me this plan last night is, here we go, yet again. You just nodded. I don't have a choice here. Of course.
Alright.
Great. Then he held out one of those hands to help you get up too. You took it, you held out both arms, were asking him to lift you up. You shuffled out of bed without assistance. No. Carry me, please. Cove complied, crouching down to scoop you up before gently setting you down again. Before you could head out, you and Cove both needed to get dressed. You did so quietly. The strangeness of the hour meant that your body seemed less coordinated than usual. Each article of clothing a new puzzle, but you managed it. The two of you were eventually ready to head out into the wide world. Dawn still hadn't broken when you left the hotel, yet it was easy enough to get a ride down into Sunset Bird. The journey was peaceful. You might have expected sleep to attempt to claim you once again. With the sky still so dark, but Cove's excited energy was infectious. Morning was finally starting to come over Sunset Bird as you arrived, almost like the sun itself wanted to be there to welcome you. Cove turned towards you, his eyes sparkling with anticipation. One more summer beach trip? You were sorely tempted to tease him, but his eager expression was just too pure. Sure, one more. You could have taken your time getting there, dawdling under the morning sun, or you could have taken the short walk at a regular pace. And both of those would have been just right for some other occasion, but this time without either of you saying a word, you and Cove set off sprinting. The two of you tore gleefully down the street towards the beach, as excited and as ungainly as the kids you'd once been. You were laughing with joy and the absurdity of it all, being here at the break of dawn with the boy you once discovered on the nearby hill, who never completely grew up. As it was still early, you did your best to keep the noise down. To the side, you saw Cove covering his mouth to stifle his own giggles, similarly aware of the people sleeping in the condos around you. You thought of what the mean old grandparents would have said if they could see you now. All you could do was continue running and stumbling down towards the beach, away from the residents and their sleeping occupants. Watching the sun rise with Cove was cute. It was only a few minutes before you arrived at the expansive ocean shore. Cove kicked off his shoes and strode right into the water, not stopping until his feet were entirely submerged and the waves tickled his ankles. You stood close by in the damp sand. You got into the water. Well, get in the water, what the heck? After slipping your shoes off, you used to let the sea flow over you. It was cool against your wet skin, but not as cold as when the wave pulled back and your wet feet were exposed in the air again. The two of you stood there, watching as the sun continued its ascent over the horizon. Silence fell between you until finally dawn had fully broken. Even then, Cove spoke in a whisper.
Wow.
I can't believe it's over. I can't either. How are we already at this point? It all went by too fast. Boy, you really sound like this kid again. I think it was Nephi Stroke, you nodded. I can't either. A ghost of a smile crept over Cove's face, like the sun peeking out between clouds on an overcast day. Ooh, so handsome, what the heck? So this is Cove's hand or my hand? From this angle, this is our hand and this is his hand? I'm a little confused, but we're gonna carry on. Cove reached out and enveloped your hand in his, pressing your palms together tightly. Silence returned just for a second. I'm glad we came this morning and that we came on this whole visit back.
I'm so glad.
But more than anything, I'm glad for ending up in this town in the first place, where I got to grow up with a really nice neighbor. I want to have one in any other life. I'm most grateful for meeting you too. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Smile at him. No, I'm grateful for meeting him too. Imagine if we didn't meet him. We would end up with who? No one, probably. Because I would not go for Shiloh. I don't know if we have never met Cove, if we would ever stumble into Baxter, because would I just be out and about alone? Cove looked over at you Cove looked over at you out of the corner of his eyes, turning his face away from the sea. I think we would still have Derek, right? I'm pretty sure we still have Derek. His expression was full of affection, from the gentle curve of his smile to his clear, contented brow. It was a stark contrast to the tears rolling down his cheeks.
I love you.
I was not expecting to get another I love you. I love you. You count yourself lucky, even though you're leaving now. This place had gifted you with so much that you'd carry with you wherever life might take you. The memories you'd made, the lessons you'd learned, the people you'd built relationships with. You'd keep those pieces of your life in Sunset Brook forever. You stood with Cove, silently watching as bright rays swept away the last of the night's shadows until the day truly arrived. Your spirits were high as the sun rose ever higher in the sky. This sounds like the ending music, bro. The two of you have found yourselves meandering back to Neighborhood Street on Sandy's beat, strolling down the path just as you've done 1,000 times before. This was where it all started. You were compelled to look at the exact spot you first encountered Mr. Holden, sitting dejected on the curb. He wasn't like that anymore. So you couldn't forget the day it began, just as you couldn't believe what an adventure it led to. Things had never been the same since that moment, and you couldn't be happier for it. Your mental lingering on that meeting had turned physical, causing you to stop in your tracks. It was only when you heard Cove's voice calling your name that you remembered when you were and realized what you'd done. And what a present it was. A shining sun, a clear blue sky, and Cove James Holden by your side. Look at that, my girl's rhyming! All the most natural things in the world. So what's the next step? You watched Cove expectantly, waiting for him to guide you forward from here. There was a crinkle around his eyes as he laughed. It's up to you now. Ooh, exciting! You're giving me too much power, I don't know. But I don't want it to be Yishapek, he clammed up. Exciting. You began to think where the two of you should visit next. Cove perked up, energized by enthusiasm. I'm listening. No matter how much time might pass, there were some things that you could count on to be constant. Cove, your family, his family, and all your other loved ones being there for you when you needed it was one of those things. Since the beginning and for always. Whoa, was that like almost a reference to the game's name? Knowing they were there, and you would never be truly alone made the future look all that much brighter. Could we go to Poppy Hill? Want to find somewhere private to make out? Do you want to keep walking, go through town? Want to grab something to eat? We should see who can reach the end of the street fastest. I just want to wait and see what happens. What should we do? Want to keep walking, go through town? Though the time you had here was running out, you liked the idea of lingering while you could. Cove nodded, his gaze shifting from you to roam across the little place that you both called home. There's a lot that's still out there in the world, a lot of different ways things could go in the future, but for this, I think that'd be the perfect choice. You beamed his approval of your suggestion, lifting your spirits ever higher. Your days growing up in Sunset Bird had been so wonderful. Even the prospect of believing again made your chest ache. Yet you weren't going to let that stop you. It would be hard, but you knew that it would still be there, waiting whenever you wanted to return. Facing Cove, who'd been by your side through it all, you knew that one day you'll look back on these moments now just as you fondly reminisced about your childhood growing up here. Each happy moment you experienced became only a memory of what used to be, but that was what life was, and it was okay. As it was from the beginning and continuing that way for always, life took another step forward. Oh, thank you for beginning a life here. No, the sign. Now leaving Sunset Bird. You can come back again always. The end! So sad. Damn, that was really the end. The end, bro. DLC, excuse me? Don't I have these? Oh, are these pictures I didn't unlock? Derek and Baxter. Oh, the DLC's coming step 4. Alright, so we have now officially finished the game. Where's my favorite? This will always be my favorite. This scene right here in the game will always be my favorite. What step is this? Step 2? Step 2? DLC 4? Or whatever this was? Oh, it's not even DLC, it's free. Okay, not DLC. Not bad. This step, the family road trip to the Stone Park, whatever it's called, I don't know. It's not Yellowstone Park. But I thought of Yellowstone Park when it was mentioned. This will always be my favorite part of the game. Hands down, just the talk with Cove and the RV and the whole anklet situation, my favorite. I thought we were gonna have a wedding scene in step 4. I don't know if that's just gonna be a DLC in the future or what they're gonna do with that. I thought it was something that would be in step 4, but it's not in step 4. It's fine, it's whatever. Anywho, my favorite scene will be this scene here, step 2. All hands down, my favorite. Definitely tell me which one you guys would prefer, which step was your most favorite, but step 2, road trip scene, my favorite, hands down. Step 4 was very reminiscing and the whole adult life and stuff like that, very too close to comfort for my heart. Because as an adult, it is very difficult to reconnect with all your friends and your family, especially times right now with what we're going through as a whole entire world. Everything that we're going through right now, it's very much difficult to see your family again because a lot of places are closed off for traveling. But we have now officially completed our life, beginning and always. I will be back when they drop Derek and Baxter's DLC, because if you guys can see, they are getting DLC here. I don't have Derek's photo. What the fuck? Excuse me? But Derek and Baxter are definitely getting a DLC where we can romance them, and I will for surely do that when the DLC drops. They are also working on Our Life Forever and Always, I believe. I don't know the name, but it's something along those lines. They are working on that, so be ready for that demo whenever I decide to get around to it, whenever they drop it. I feel like by the time I upload this, they probably announce hey, we're dropping it in X amount of days. But thank you guys for coming along with the journey with me. I hope you guys had enjoyed watching step 1 through step 4 and enjoy seeing the Cove that we grew up with on my playthrough. Because I know some of you had chosen different things for your Cove, and your story went a little bit different. My story went a little bit different. My girl powered through it, played the patient game, got her man. But thank you guys for watching this series. Stay beautiful, and I hope you guys are looking forward to the many other series that will be on the channel. Some returning, some new, and some, I don't know, surprise, alright? Thank you guys for watching. Stay beautiful, and I will see you guys in the future.